Why can't I get this to work? Input. Function. There we go. Back here. Bring up my messenger. Okay, I am live. Let me mute this. Okay, baby, I am live, ready to go and talk to you. This is the Hawaii Blues fan. Oh, I guess you'd like to see me, huh? Let's make it happen. This is your chance to complain about what's happened the last couple of games. That might be too much. There we go. That might work a little bit better. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. I am here. I am live. If you want to call in, you are more than welcome to call in. And I will gladly talk to you online. Go ahead and close that there for a second. I am here. I am ready. Hey, can hear. Hey, John Hefner, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the Hawaii Blues Fans post-game live call-in show. You can chat with me live. You can call in on Facebook Messenger. You can also come on video. You can do audio or video via Facebook Messenger. I'm glad to talk to you. The last couple of games have been hard to watch. I only got to see the third period of this one. Didn't get to see any of yesterday's game, but I've seen some of the highlights. I want to talk about Jamie Rivers and what he had to say today. I'm going to stay on for a little bit, 30, 45 minutes. We'll see how it goes with you. The longer you guys talk with me, the longer I can stay on before I got to head back and deliver some more pizzas. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha and welcome to the Hawaii Blues Fans BlueNote Fan Report live call-in show. You just got to let me know what you want to talk about. Say hi, say hello, say let's go. Just remember, this is your show. John, I know that you and me have talked a little bit offline about the Jamie Rivers. I hope if you are subscribed to me on YouTube, I really hope that you will, well, actually, I think you are. You'll put some comments in YouTube about that video. You had some really good comments to me. I wouldn't mind some of them being put out there in public. It would probably help the show out. Right? For the 3 that are watching, you are more than welcome to come on and say hi. You can catch me on this. I'm going to try and let a few other, I'm hoping that. If you click on this, it comes up right. Let me see. And, oh, it does. Yay, boy. So let's see if we can get some more, people online here. And see what we can do. I love talking to you guys. It's always a lot of fun. I'm here. Let's talk. So, let's go over the last 2 games. The Blues have faced the Carolina Hurricanes, which was a very good team, in Carolina, and then Dallas tonight. Both goalies did not play well in either game, in my opinion. Defense let both goalies down. That is at least in my opinion, not saying that's the be-all, end-all. I know hindsight is 20/20, but if you watch the Jamie Rivers interview, which I'd like to put go ahead and put a link up here if you don't mind. if you watch that oh, sorry, let me get the right thing here. If you watch the Jamie Rivers interview, you will know that I was not a fan. Well, I won't say I wasn't a fan. I will say that I didn't think that I questioned starting. Let me sure I say this right. I questioned starting Bennington in this game and Allen in the last game, and one of my reasons was that the last time that Bennington played Dallas, they beat him. So my feeling was that maybe they had something on him. Jamie felt uh, that since he had a great record at home, that this might be the time to do it. Again, I agree. Hindsight is 2020, and I don't want to go there. But that's just my thought process on there. For those of you that are watching and not typing in the chat room, this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. I am here. I am live. I'm ready to go. If you want to get online and talk to me, you can. You can call me via Facebook Messenger. If you're not a friend of mine, you can let me know that you'll friend me. What I'd like you to do is put in the chat room, call in. I'll tell you that you can call in. Once you call in, we'll put you on the screen here, and everybody can see you. Just to give you a click hint of what you'll see. You will come up like this. Make sure it'll work. You'll come up on the screen here. You'll be able to see yourself. You'll be able to hear yourself, and we'll talk for a few minutes. This is a live call-in show. Oh, John, that is a really good point. We do have a microscopic lens on our goalies, and I want to say this: it's deserved, right? In Blues history, no matter what goalie we've had, no matter how great they've been, when we've needed them the most, they have failed. All right? You look at when we pulled Miller in, Miller's going to be the answer. He was a sieve. LH's the answer. He couldn't get it done in the playoffs. John Casey couldn't get it done in the playoffs. Cujo couldn't get it done in the playoffs. Grant Fuhrer was older, and while he was good, when it came down to when we needed him, he wasn't there. Again, it's a team game, and I get that, but there are things that are on the goalie. And I've been, and you guys all know this, I have been an Allen apologist from the get-go, but there is no way I can apologize for Allen's play yesterday. Just can't do it. No way, no shape, no form. It's just not going to happen. Right? I just want to give you guys all a chance to say hi to me, give you a chance to call in and talk. I'm going to take this off until someone calls in. Don't need to be seeing my PC screen at the moment. I am very happy to see you guys here today. You are more than welcome to call in and talk to the Hawaii Blues fan. I'm here with you, and I hope that the third person that's watching will call in. I'm going to try and go on the groups here and see if I can get a few more groups to get somebody to come in. I think I was in this group earlier, not sure. Yep, I'm doing my call-in show. Oh, nope, actually it's not there. Maybe I didn't put it in this group. Let's see if I can get somebody to call me in. Ooh, that's because I have the wrong thing up. Oh no. So guys, you gotta, this works two ways. I need you to help me and me to help you. You gotta send me your comments. You gotta give me something to talk about. I'm kind of got Bernie on, but I've got him down right now, so I can't hear what he's saying. This last two games, they've been hard to watch. There's something missing, and one of the things that I've noticed is that I'm not a fan of the coach. I'm really not. And these last two games, while the players are out there playing, there's some things that the coach has done that makes me question what's happening, right? And it's this pulling the goalie with 3 minutes to go or 2.5 minutes to go when you're down by two. I don't see the hindsight to this. You know, I get it. Maybe it'll help. Maybe I mean, but we've only scored every time we've done this. We've scored one goal. We've never come back and tied a game, right? It hasn't happened. We've only scored one goal, and we've given up so many empty netters. And that just sometimes we give that empty netter up early, and it just kills you. That's my feeling towards it. I don't know what yours is. Right? And the guy's making me say all these fill-in words, right, and so, and and all that. Don't make me do that. Oh man, I guess I'm boring tonight. Nobody wants to watch the Hawaii Blues fan. Well, I'm going to give it a little bit and see if maybe I can post some in the groups and see if I can get one or two people to come on and hang out with the Hawaii Blues fan. It's not looking that way, but who knows? So does the Blues have it. I'll tell you what. I got to say this, and I don't mean to talk bad about anybody, and I'm not going to talk. But Hockey Bob, look, I like the guy somewhat, but Hockey Bob knows how to stir up the pot. If I thought I was good at it, I don't even come close. This guy absolutely knows how to stir up the pot. I don't think we need to go there. I don't think we need to do that. Uh, this is again, hey guys, this is your chance. Call in. Type something in. Give me some information. Hopefully, I'm going to get some people that'll hook me up or get on. I'm trying to get in some of these groups and see what we can get. Put it in that group. I think I put it in this group. Yep, I put it in this group. Sports Corner. Put it in that group. See what happens. Paste. We All Bleed Blue fan group. You guys support me a lot. Why don't you guys get on here and talk to the Hawaii Blues fan? Do one more. Kiss the play. See, that's, someone saying kiss the playoffs goodbye. I don't see that. That's just some of this negative talk that's going around. Really, it bothers me. And I understand you can be negative to a point, but when you get drastic, when you do the superlatives, or you, things like, oh, the playoffs are gone, it's obvious you're not watching hockey. Teams are going to lose 2 games in a row. Well, now we've got 3 games coming up, and these are 3 winnable games, to be honest with you. Well, 2 winnable games. We have the Ducks, then the Kings, and then the Sharks. West Coast trip, back-to-back between the Ducks and the Kings. I would start Bennington against the Ducks and Allen against the Kings. Last time that Bennington faced the Kings, he had their number. The Kings have had our number this year. I would like to see something get a little bit better. John and Tilo, you are the only ones watching me right now. If I don't get somebody else here shortly, I'm probably going to go. One thing, the forechecking is gone. John, that might be. I haven't gotten to see the game completely. I think what happens is when a team gives up a goal early, they get behind and they start chasing the game. Start chasing the game. I think that's what we've seen a little bit tonight. Was the game getting chased? I know we've seen that against Carolina after they scored those 2 quick goals. The Blues started chasing the game. Sometimes that's hard to watch. Sometimes that's hard to deal with. I do agree with you that and that might be why the forechecking disappears because of that. I'm hoping it's not true, but that's what could be happening there. I turn the TV back on because it powered down on me because it didn't have anything. Right? That's kind of what I think. Could be wrong, could be right. It's just my opinion. Clinton Buckley. I think I know who this is. Oh, yep, I know who this is. So, guys, this is all up to you now. You can come in. Oh, I got 3 people watching. Woo-wee! You can call in. John, you've called in before, and I've appreciated that. This is your time. This is your time to call in and complain about the Blues, right? Maybe I'm not very photogenic. I don't know. I'd hope that you like seeing me on the camera. I might want to lower the camera a little bit. See what that looks like. You know, I'm still new at this. I'm still learning. You got to give me a little bit of time, and I'll get much, much better. I think we all know that. We can talk about Jamie Rivers and the BlueNote Fan Report. He did a wonderful, wonderful sit-down interview with me. I am really happy at the way it turned out. Tommy, we need scoring bad. Tommy, that's not a bad point. I think, we can score. Some of the times, the things that when we don't score is we're relying on certain plays or certain types of scoring instead of just getting pucks to the net and getting the garbage goals. That's something the Blues do not do a lot. They do not get the garbage goals, and I think people are starting to notice that. It has its good points, it has its bad points, but that is just my opinion. And Tommy, if you'd like to come on and talk to me, let me know. We can set something up through YouTube or through Facebook. I can come on Facebook Messenger. You can either do audio or visual. Sorry, guys, I had to go put a fan on. It's a little hot in here. Way too much passing, which has been inconsistent. Oh, good point. Tommy, very good point. That's something. I have a couple of guests coming up here on the BlueNote Fan Report, and I think I want to talk to 1 or 2 of them about that. I wish I'd have had more time. I mean, I spent 45 minutes with Jamie, so I would have had more time to talk some hockey, but I wanted to do niceties or at least talk about his career a little bit, and I think that went really well. But, Tommy, that is a really good point. Passing during the 11-game winning streak, passing was very solid. Tape to tape, it seems to slip away. What's scaring me or concerning me is that we might, and I got nothing. I've heard nothing, but we might start hearing locker room issues again. This is the same type of play that we had before when the locker room issues started. So that is something that I am very concerned about. It is something that the Blues need to be concerned about. I would hope. No, that group's not. There we go. This group I want to go into. I would hope that that wouldn't be the problem. However, and I've talked about this, and I know I'm out on a limb and I'm by myself. During the game against Nashville, the Sunday game, it was brought out by national media that Coach Blueberry by me, had said that, there was locker room issues and he had to take care of those. Well, you know what? That shouldn't have been said in my eyes, because you know what you've done? All you did was allow, as soon as this happens, the locker room issues to rear their ugly head. I'd rather have them be complete rumors, like they were, than to be acknowledged, and then to be something that can get in the players' ears, to be a bug, to be that little buzz, that thing that, we get happening. We've heard that it's between player A, and we've heard it's between player B, and then there's player C and D and E and F. They're a good team. On paper, this is a very, very good team. And I'm not going to dispute that point. The passing seems black and white when they're hot. Passing is superb. Even when they have sloppy passing, energy and everything else seems to fall through. That's a good point. Blue Blood, what do you agree with? I know I've been talking. You got to remember one thing for me. When you guys are typing, you're on about a 30-second delay, 10 to 15-second delay. So I may not completely know what you're talking about. So sometimes I may ask you just to make sure. I'd like to know kind of what you were saying there, what you agree with as far as what I was saying or what somebody else said there, Blue Bud. I got 4 people watching. That's fun. I wish there was more, but we'll do with what we got. Hopefully, the word will get spread out about the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'll get more people that come online and more people that'll watch the show. And if you haven't seen the Jamie Rivers interview, please, please watch it. It's got about 70 views right now. I'd really like to see it get upwards of 300 or 400 views. I mean, and that's reaching for the stars. I admit that. That is reaching for the stars, but it was a good interview. He really talked about some things, and I don't want to get too much into it, but he was candid. He was very candid about what he said. It was a friendly chat, and it had that friendly chat feel. It's the kind of thing that could really be enjoyable by a lot of people. Sorry, got to take a little drink there. So hey guys, either if you don't want to call in, you got to give me something to talk about, right? Games are tough to watch. We got the games coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Wednesday and Thursday are in LA, and then Saturday they bop up to San Jose for a little West Coast swing. You know, I'm looking at the schedule. Today was the third. We only have 2 divisional games left. We have a game against Chicago and a game against Colorado. Everything else is either against the Pacific or the East. You know, our division schedule, for the most part, is pretty much done. We have got to go and handle our business in the East Coast. I mean, the majority of our games are East Coast games, our Eastern Conference games. We have Ottawa, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Tampa Bay, the Rangers, the Devils, Philadelphia, and Philadelphia left. That's a pretty, you know, that's what am I looking at? 1, 2, oh, and Buffalo. I missed Buffalo in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the remaining 18 games. So split up. 9 of the remaining 18 games. So not as many as I thought. But it's still a good thing. What you've been saying about what you've been saying in Tommy's comment. Okay, Blue Blood. What do you think about Maroon? Do we need him? Can we handle losing his grid at this point? Tilo, good point. You know, I'm iffy on Maroon. He's been good at times, and then there's been times he's disappeared. One of the things right now that I'd like to see more of that grittiness more often. It does. Starting to wonder about Schwartzstein, especially Schwartz, because we know his potential. Also, I like Thomas a lot. Pulling back. Oh, Tommy, good point. And you see, I'm going ADHD on you guys again, right? Oh, hey, Clinton. Thank you. I think you just added me on Facebook, if I remember correctly. Yeah, my memory, my ADHD comes into play sometimes when I'm doing these things, but I think that's the fun of it, right? So if we can get Maroon for another hometown discount, I'd go for it. But if he's going to want the money that he had on the table before he came here, let him go. Guys like him, believe it or not, are a dime a dozen. You can find another guy like that if you want. There are guys out there that are, I mean, yeah, they're willing to come play for $750,000, $800,000 a year just to be a mean guy. You know, there are things about him that I like. He is gritty, but he's not scoring 20 goals, and that's the thing. He's not a 20-goal scorer. He's not the kind of guy that's going to be. He's not going to energize a scoring line, and that's something that we do need. I would rather have that and get maybe another defenseman. The new guy, I didn't even hear his name called tonight. Now, he might have been out there, but I didn't hear it called. I can't remember his name, to be honest with you. That's how much I didn't hear it called. All right. Well, guys, I was hoping there'd be more people watching. I'm going to give you about 10 more minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and close off on this. Might even delete it. He's not scoring goals, period, unfortunately. Yep, and that's just. But Tommy, that's not his job. That was one thing that a lot of people were like, oh, Maroon, Maroon, Maroon. Well, you know what? He's not a goal scorer. He never was, never has been, and never will be. That's not how he's making his money in the NHL. He's making his money by what he did against the Dallas Stars tonight. He's an instigator. He caused problems. He brought some energy. You know, and you're right. The fact that he's from Oakville and, you know, the St. Louis area, that does bring a little bit of a flash to it and that. But at the same time, you know, I was hoping for more energy out of him and for him to be a little more. I don't have a problem with Schwartz. I'm okay with Schwartz. I know he's had some trouble scoring of late. You know, that happens to guys. They get snake bit. You know, I kind of liken it to some of my videos, you know. I get a video out there that gets 150, 160, 170 views, and my next one gets 60. Then my next one gets 55. You know, and I feel like the two that only got the 60 and the 65 were even better than the one that got the 160. And that's the way it is with Schwartz a little bit. Yes, Petro has stepped up a little bit, but there's still a long way. He is lacking in other areas. I would like to see him do more than what he is. I'd like to see him fire the puck a lot more, and this is something that the Blues don't do. They don't get in the way of the net enough. They don't tip in enough pucks. You know, they're not deflecting pucks. They're not doing the things in the dirty areas to get the dirty goals. And that dirty goals set up the great goals, right? Dirty goals make Tarasenko a better player. Dirty goals make Edmondson and Parayko and Steen and Shin and O'Reilly better players because that dirty goal opens up the other areas. All right. So I'd like to see Petro do more. So your answer to that is yes and no. All right. John gave you an emphatic no. Agree, but Schwartz, Steen, goal scorers. Yes. Schwartz and Steen should be goal scorers. Should be. You know, the thing about them that kind of, I'm not, and I'm going to say this right off the bat, I am not a Steen fan. I have been beaten up for it, and that's fine. There are things about him that, just his game, that I don't like. And that doesn't mean anything. It's just the type of fan that I am. So, now Schwartz's game I like. Schwartz, I think, is doing the things. I just think he's slightly snake bit. I think he'll get a little better. Dallas was in our heads tonight. I mean, O'Reilly at the end of the second, he snapped a stick. He was so pissed about how faceoffs were going. So they were in our heads tonight. And when a team gets in your heads, watch out. You're going to have a thing like that. Right? No, it was a serious question, Tilo, and I appreciate your question. And I think John was just saying his opinion, and I'll give him that. So you know this is a live call-in show, right? And you know how call-in shows work? You go, ding, 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 ding. Hey, guy, long-time listener, first-time caller. I wonder what you think about this, or I wonder what you think about that. Oh, you know, John, good point. He has had some problems with passing lately. I have seen that. I'm with you. But then there's other things that he does is good. But a defenseman needs solid passes. And you know, this team, I'm not taking these two games as a, like I seen something in one of the groups. There goes the playoffs, you know. Blues fans, and you know what? In many cases, I understand this. I've been a Blues fan since the mid-'70s. Since I was old enough to spit out the word St. Louis Blues or Let's Go Blues, I've been a fan of the team. We are jaded. We are jaded in the fact that we've had some of the greatest players in the league on our team, and we don't have a cup. We have not been to the Stanley Cup Finals since our third year in existence. This is our 52nd year. That's 49 years of not making the finals. 48, 49 years. Yes, that's a stinger. And when we get streaks like this, we get. I mean, how often does it happen? And I've seen the guys from Let's Go Blues Radio say this. You know, how often does it happen that you have this a team goes on this great winning streak and it turns around with a losing streak? I mean, luckily we didn't have it right away. We've only lost 2 games. With the Ducks coming up, that's a way to change this streak around. I mean, the 2 of the next 3 games are definitely winnable. The Ducks are a dumpster fire to say the least. Um, the Kings are a car fire, if not a dumpster fire. They are a car fire. And then you have the Sharks. Well, the Sharks, we've had one game where we turned them into the baby sharks, and then they had a game where they turned us into shark bait. So we'll see what happens there. I do like this West Coast trip coming up when it is. I like coming home and facing the Coyotes and then going out and facing Ottawa and Pittsburgh. The next 5, 6 games are pretty good over the next 2 weeks. There's some days off. There's some times to get some things taken care of. A penalty call, but no time served. That's how it goes. Not completely sure what you're saying there, bud. Not completely sure what you're saying there. So I've only got a few minutes left, and there's only 3 people watching. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go with what you want before I cut this out. Not sure if I'm going to keep this one up. I may delete this one. I just wanted to give you guys a chance to say what's going on. Give you a chance to talk to me and see if and again, I wanted to give you a chance. Back-to-back loss, the first time since the 29th and the 31st, and I was at both of those games of December. Yep. Here you go, Blueberry, up at the stage. I can't hear him, but I'm pretty sure it's not, we didn't do this, and we didn't do that, and we should have done this, and we should have done this, and boo, boo, boo. Thank you, Tilo. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on and saying hi. I wish more people would catch the Blue Note, the Hawaii Blues Fan, and Blue Note Fan Report Fever. You know what? All I can ask is you take the Blue Note Fan Report and you save it. Hey, Blues Blood, that's great. I wish I could be at more games. I really do, but living in Hawaii, I don't get the chance. But when I'm there, I enjoy every moment of it. I enjoy every moment of it. So, as we get ready to close this out, any last words you got? Anything that you want to say? Well, I got 4 watching now. I wish there was a few more, but we'll just go with what we got. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this and getting a little out of it. Ooh, my analytics are bad. Ooh, no, my analytics are bad. Yes, sir. Let's go Blues. I hope the Blues keep the drive alive, and don't let downtime get in their head. Hey, that's a very good point, Tommy. Very good point. And even believe it or not, Jamie talked a little bit about that. I didn't get to see that, John. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one. I'll kind of see what happened. It seemed like there was something weird there. I mean, I heard a little bit of it on the radio. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see what actually happened. Seemed like they called the penalty and then they pulled it back and said it wasn't a penalty. So I'll figure out what that was. Maybe I'll hear it a little bit on the radio or on the news, and I'll get an idea of that. See what I can come out. Maybe I'll talk about that on my next show. Hey, I got another special guest coming up for my next show. I don't want to say who it is, but I will say this. If you're in the St. Louis area and you watch Channel 2 News, I think that's the Fox station in St. Louis. If you watch the Fox station in St. Louis, you might know my guest. And I'll leave it at that. And they're okay. So I've been asked why I don't tell about guests ahead of time. The reason that I don't is because I don't want to jinx it. I mean, I say a guest name and the guest doesn't show up, so I want to be careful about that. That's why I kind of wait. And if you, oh, there you go, the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan. The Hawaii, yeah, I seen that. I heard a little bit about that. That's kind of it was an interesting situation. I didn't get to see the whole thing. Look for the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan on Facebook. Hawaii Blues Fan is one word. Clan is a separate word. That is my group. I will post my interviews, who I'm going to interview, and if you have questions for that person in that group, and we'll leave it at that. So those people will get a little heads up. Trying to do a little more chats in there. Um, so this is kind of be it. I'm going to give you guys one last chance to type something in before I end this. So let me know. I only got 3 people watching. So the 3 that are watching, you got something to say? Now is your time to say it. Do 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 do. Say it, say it. Come on and say it. Say it tonight. Say it, I'll say it tonight. Can you say something to me? Well, that was brought up. I have a feeling that if somehow that a goal would have been scored, that they would not have let it count. Um, I heard a little bit on the radar. I didn't get to see much. I'm going to kind of look at that a little more. Maybe do a look up at the rules on that one. Um, so, guys, to the millions and millions and millions of the Hawaii Blues fans, all 4 of you. This is the Hawaii Blues fans saying aloha, mahalo, and I can't wait to talk to you again. Aloha.